Some breaking inputs coming in on the broadcast at the moment. A security breach has been reported at Delhi Legislative Assembly. We're given to understand that an unidentified car crashed. It broke the gate and entered the Delhi Legislative Assembly premise. We're also given to understand the car then exited the assembly and disappeared. Investigation is currently underway. Police are verifying the facts. Cops are going through the CCTV footage to come to a conclusion in terms of who the car belongs to, what's the number, how did it manage to enter inside the premise. Ink was thrown at Assembly Speaker's car. That's what we're given to understand at the moment. So the vehicle crashed through barriers, entered the premise, and ink was thrown on the Speaker's car. We have Priyank joining us along with Mohit, but let me first go across to Priyank for more on this. Priyank, what are the details? How did the car manage to enter the premise?
Yes, I think, Swati, these are the initial details which suggest that this UP registration vehicle managed to barge inside the gate number 2 and breaking the iron gate. There are two layers of barricade which is there inside on the outer periphery of the Delhi Assembly, which leads towards the main entrance. The driver later to that proceeded towards the Assembly Speaker's office. We are yet to know that whether he has been detained or not, because the senior officials of the district whose office is right next to the Delhi Vidhan Sabha have also rushed to the location, and the Delhi police senior officials are yet to give further detail. But the manner in which the second attempt within 2 months of time period of any kind of security breach at the Delhi Assembly is certainly highlighting major lapses. We note for the fact that the Delhi Chief Minister Speaker Gupta, who is the present Chief Minister of the state, was also assaulted inside the official residence, which led to a major fiasco, which later to that we saw that the Delhi Police Commissioner was also changed at that particular moment. Later to that, we have seen that there were a series of threat mails which has been given to the Delhi Assembly, considering that the kind of security measures is certainly on a very high peak. And now this particular incident where the car allegedly belonging to someone from the Uttar Pradesh who had managed to enter at the Delhi Assembly has created a major fiasco of the security.
Absolutely. Priyank, do stay on with us. I want to quickly go across to Mohit as well. We're also looking at the visuals coming in first here on Times Now, and there's a bomb disposal squad which is also present on the site as we speak. We're looking at the visuals.
So yes, in fact, Swati, and we need to also understand the fact that how the Delhi Assembly Speaker Vijender Gupta has been receiving various threats via email. When the Assembly was in session, we saw that how the combing operation was being undertaken by the Delhi police after these were surfaced. And we also know that how for not just one day, but around 2-3 days this happened. And now this car coming inside, barging into the barricade, breaking the barrier, going from inside.
Okay, all right. Mohit, I'm interrupting you. I'm given to understand that Shivam is joining us live on the broadcast. Shivam, what transpired? According to reports coming in, a car crashed into the gate of the Delhi Legislative Assembly, managed to enter from gate 2, and ink was thrown on the Speaker's car.
Exactly, Swati. While these are very initial remarks that are coming in, the police is still investigating the matter. The Deputy Commissioner of Police are also on the spot as of now. As Mohit was rightly mentioning, there were certain threats that were coming in the past during when the assembly was going on as well. We are also on our way to the assembly, and what we have been given to understand, this initial information, as you rightly mentioned, that gate number 2 was the gate through which the car barged. The ink has also been thrown on the car of the speaker. So these are some very serious, information coming in. At the very initial, again, we are reiterating the fact that this is the initial information that is coming in. The details are yet to be investigated. The number of the car, there are certain CCTVs both on the entrance and on the inside parking as well, where the speaker's car is normally parked. So there are multiple CCTV cameras covering all the major angles from where the car was entering, from where it was traveling. Was it coming from the northern side or from the southern side is something that the police is so far investigating to track the route. And finally, the number plate system will also coming into the, in game, when the number will also be detected. What is the number, was it registered, and who was the eventual owner. These are the things on which the current investigation is going on. But again, security has been hidden from what we have been given to understand. The police officials are also on the spot. Investigations are taking its due course for now.
Absolutely. So the investigation continues. The bomb disposal squad at the site as well. Cops are going through CCTV footage to determine who owns the car, what's the car number and other details. The most important question is, did the car also manage to leave the premise, Shivam? And before, Shivam, you come in, we have Mr. Adesh Gupta of the BJP joining us in the broadcast. How are you looking at this? It's indeed a security breach.
हाँ जी, बिल्कुल ये तो बड़ी दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण घटना है और मुझे लगता है कि कोई देश विरोधी लोग शामिल हो सकते हैं इसमें, आतंकवादी गतिविधियां भी हो सकती है। ये सारा इन्वेस्टिगेशन का पूरा इशू है। जब तक इन्वेस्टिगेशन नहीं होगा तब तक चीजें सामने नहीं आएगी, लेकिन कुछ न कुछ तो ऐसा है जो आज देश में कुछ देश विरोधी लोग एक शांतिपूर्ण ढंग से चलने वाली सरकार को अस्थिर करने के लिए या फिर व्यवस्था के खिलाफ एक मूवमेंट खड़ा करने के लिए और देश के अंदर राजनीतिक अस्थिरता का एक षड्यंत्र रचने का काम लोग कर रहे हैं। और इसके पीछे कई बार देखा है आपने, चाहे पार्लियामेंट हो या फिर देश के अन्य स्थानों पर, इस तरह की जो लोग सोच कर रहे हैं। और आपने देखा होगा अभी कुछ दिन पहले आम आदमी पार्टी के एक नेता है जो अवध ओझा, उन्होंने भी एक बार कहा था कि भारत में जगह जगह लड़ाइयां होंगी और ऐसा अस्थिरता की बात कांग्रेस के नेता राहुल गांधी जी भी कई बार कह चुके हैं। तो कहीं ना कहीं ये जांच का विषय है, अभी इस बात पे पूरी पुख्ता रूप से नहीं कह सकते, लेकिन देश को अस्थिर करने की साजिश करने वाले लोगों का षड्यंत्र है इसमें। और
निश्चित रूप से देश विरोधी ताकतें इसके पीछे हो सकती हैं, लेकिन इन्वेस्टिगेशन का हमें इंतजार करना होगा कि इन्वेस्टिगेशन में क्या निकल करके आता है। आदेश गुप्ता जी, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया हमसे बात करने के लिए। शिवम, दिस इज व्हाट ऑफ कोर्स इज द क्वेश्चन दैट मेनी आर आस्किंग, how did it happen, how did the car manage to enter the premise? But what I want to understand from you, in case you have information on that, did the car also manage to leave the premise?
Again, this is one of the things that the initial investigation is currently happening. For now, what we have been given to understand from the sources is that the car entered, and now, right now, the investigation is going on. The actual coordinates of the car is yet to come out yet. The official information or through the source is supposed to be coming out in a very short time. But as of now, since we have to understand, Swati, these are very initial, remarks coming in. This is a matter of great security, especially in a place like Delhi Assembly, Vidhan Sabha, which is a high security area. So what we have been given to understand is that the car entered, certain ink was also thrown on the speaker's car, and after that there are certain different angles that are currently going on. We are not verifying as it is a part of investigation currently for now, but yes, different angles have emerged for now. Was something left for speaker? Was there any message? These are all the things that we'll go on to, but as a responsible journalist, we are for now holding on to all those things, and we are only telling you what we have been given to understand from the sources. That is, the car entered through gate number 2. There was a security breach. Currently, as you rightly mentioned, bomb squad and the police officials are also onto the spot. The CCTV cameras are being monitored. The route is being tracked. Their entry point, also the possible exit points, all other things that are currently under the lens of the police for now. Remember, this is also coming at the time when there were multiple bomb threats coming in. The bomb threat to blow up the Delhi Assembly also came in ahead of the budget session. There was a bomb threat for the Municipal Corporation of Delhi.
So the civic center. Stay on with us. The latest that we are picking up is that the car also managed to leave the premise. The car barged in through gate number 2 of Delhi Assembly, and this happened at around 2:05. Car had UP registration. These are all details that are coming to fore. Prima facie, through the preliminary investigation that is being done. So UP number plate of the car that managed to enter from gate number 2 at around 2 in the afternoon. A bouquet was kept and the car managed to flee. So the individual in the car, at the moment we don't know how many were there. First of all, a bouquet was kept, after which the car fled.
Exactly. These are also one of the initial, pointers that are coming out from the incident that have happened there. Again, very initial remarks, but yeah, one of the angles that have emerged is that a bouquet was kept and it was for speaker. Again, as rightly mentioned, how many people were inside that particular car is something that is still not clear. The police is still going through the CCTV cameras and trying to capture that how many people were actually sitting in the car and who was the actual person who threw the ink, whether it was a work of one person, because driving inside, throwing ink, putting up a bouquet, then managing to flee, is not something that ideally a one man job can be. But again, as of now, since we don't have any official information, it is suspected that there could be multiple individuals involved in that. But so far, the number is still not out. The circumstances are telling a story that there could be multiple people there because they managed to free. They must be having a proper idea where the entry and exit points were of the Vidhan Sabha, because the assembly is also not in place. The assembly session is not going on. So there are very limited gates that are also open at this particular time. There are limited gates through which you can access and exit as well. So all these things, the particular people or individual who was involved were aware about. So these are the investigation points that the police is also looking into, and the further details will come in a very short time for now.
Absolutely. Further details are awaited at the moment. What we are picking up, and this is the latest, that the probe, of course, is currently underway. Cops are going through the CCTV footage. The car barged into the gates of the assembly. Gate number 2 is the one that the car crashed and managed to enter through, after which we're given to understand a bouquet was kept. We don't know for whom that was, the bouquet, but it was kept in the premise and the car managed to leave as well. It has a UP registration, UP number plate. That's what we're picking up in the initial stages, of course, of the investigation. Prima facie, in the preliminary investigation which is being conducted, these are the details that are coming to fore. The bomb disposal squad, is that the reason why the bomb disposal squad is also present at the site, perhaps to investigate about more about the bouquet kept?
Well, exactly, these are safety protocols which are in place. If any unidentified or any suspicious item is found inside the premises of the Delhi Assembly, when we have seen a security breach of this level happening, that iron gates are being barged, the car entering, this is a normal protocol that bomb squad will be sent on the spot to thoroughly check the entire area. It will not be just about that particular place where the bouquet was kept, where this particular item was kept, but also about the different points from entry to the exit to various points, because the car may have dropped something, while going out as well. So these are the safety protocols that have taken place. Yes, the bomb squad are also on the spot. The DCP North, the additional DCP are also on the spot. The car is also there. Again, it's a good news that because a slight good news that because the assembly was not currently functioning, so there were not a lot of MLAs. The house was not functioning, so there was not a lot of people there. It could have been a little worse, but again, what we've been given to understand for now as the initial part of investigation is that the probe is on, and also the bomb squad currently, trying to track down, trying to, analyze the entire premises of the civil lines of the Vidhan Sabha.
Okay, stay on with us, Shivam. I'm given to understand we have the former UP DGP, Mr. Vikram Singh, joining us. Along with him, we also have the PSC chief, अजय महावर ऑन द ब्रॉडकास्ट. अजय महावर जी, सबसे पहले मैं आपके पास आ रही हूँ, अगर आप मुझे सुन पा रहे हैं. बड़ी खबर आ रही है दिल्ली असेंबली से कि जबरन एक कार घुस गई प्रेमिस में दिल्ली असेंबली के, और वहां पर एक बुके रख के कार बाहर भी निकल गई. बहुत बड़ा सिक्योरिटी ब्रीच, सिक्योरिटी को लेकर बड़े सवाल खड़े किए जा रहे हैं.
हाँ, अभी ये घटना घटी है और इस समय हाउस तो ऑपरेशनल नहीं था, लेकिन गेट नंबर 2 से जो सीधे रोड से अंदर जाती है, जनरली हम लोग गेट नंबर 1 यूज करते हैं और एग्जिट के लिए 4 नंबर यूज करते हैं, लेकिन गेट नंबर 2 से गाड़ी घुसी है और उसने वहां कोई बुक्के रखा और शाही फेंकने की कोशिश की है उन्होंने स्पीकर साहब की गाड़ी पर, और वो तुरंत बैक करके चले गए. अब उसके पीछे उनकी क्या मंशा थी मुझे पता नहीं. जनरली ये गेट ऑपरेशनल नहीं है, तो बूम बैरियर को हिट करते हुए वो चले गए और ये इसकी गहन जांच हो रही है और वो यूपी नंबर की गाड़ी बताई जा रही है. अब जांच का विषय है. मुझे लगता है कि वहां पर यूपी सरकार को भी खबर कर दी गई है जी, और सीसीटीवी जांच कर रही है. उसके आधार पर मतलब उस रिकॉर्डिंग को रिवाइंड करके देखा जा रहा है. दिल्ली पुलिस के सारे आला अधिकारी वहां मौजूद हैं, खुद डीसीपी वगैरह भी मौजूद हैं. तो सभी लोग, अभी तो क्या है कि बुके में भी अभी कोई ऐसी संदिग्ध चीज नहीं मिली है, लेकिन जांच के बाद ही सही बात कही जा सकती है और पूरी तरह से स्पीकर साहब जो है वो उसके बारे में बता पाएंगे. मुझे जितनी जानकारी थी मैंने आपको बताया जी, और वो 5 मिनट के अंदर ही वापस भी चला गया जो शख्स आया था. अब उसकी उम्र कितनी थी, शायद बताते हैं कि 40 से 50 के बीच थी उसकी उम्र। तो
जी, अब उम्मीद ये की जा रही है कि जो सीसीटीवी वहां पर लगे हैं उनके जरिए अधिक जानकारी पुलिस को प्राप्त होगी। बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया अजय महावर जी हमसे बात करने के लिए। Let me also go across to Mr. Vikram Singh, former UP DGP, joining us on the broadcast. Like Mr. Mahavar was saying that normally people use gate number 1, so gate number 2 is not even used. It was shut. And clearly the individual who was driving the car, now we don't know how many were there inside, but whoever was inside the car knew that this gate is not operational. The reason why they barged in through that entrance.
This is extremely serious, a breach of security. And I am very, very disappointed because the previous incident that have happened in Delhi was a very grave concern. We could have done much better. The boom barriers did not function. The gates did not function. There was no checking. There was no obstruction. Normally, when a person breaches the first outer cordon, that is the gate, it doesn't happen accidentally in a flash of a second. That should have given some response time. Then he compromised the boom barriers and managed to go and place the bouquet or whatever it was, that everything is subjected to an anti-sabotage check, whether it's a bouquet, the person, the car, everything. This is a total collapse of the security apparatus there, and I would say there was hardly any security architecture there. And therefore, it is a cause of very major inquiry. And I would say that whoever was the supervisor there should be taken to task for allowing this to happen. You really have to try very hard to bungle up like this in this manner. And that was in the backdrop that the high security area and then this thing that has happened, and how could an unidentified vehicle with an unidentified person, an unidentified bouquet could manage, break and breach the door, the gates, breach the boom barriers, and then manage to go where he wanted to go. I mean, this is nothing short of an unmitigated disaster. Please wake up. Please wake up.
Please wake up, says Vikram Singh, the former DGP of Uttar Pradesh, is also highlighting the security breach, and Shivam also continues to be with us on the broadcast. This is very important, the questions that Mr. Singh is raising, that even if the individual managed to barge inside the premise, what was done thereafter? Was there no one present in terms of security to stop the man? Let's say they had no clue, no inkling of this happening from the entry gate, but what about the exit gate? Were individuals on the exit gate not informed about what had happened?
Exactly, Swati, and what we have been given to understand now exclusively on Times Now, what we're telling our viewers is that now at that particular gate when this entire incident happened, CRPF personnel were deployed, and currently the police is looking at a Tata Sierra model with a Pradesh number plate with a 26A series. So this is what we have been given to understand now from the initial investigation, as you were rightly mentioning, that now the CCTV cameras will come into play. They will check how this entire thing has happened, and as the investigation will go further. Currently what we have been given to understand is that right now what actually happened is that this particular car, which the police is so far looking at Tata Sierra 26A series number from Uttar Pradesh number plate. This is what we have been looking at. This particular individual rammed the car at gate number 2, which is a steel gate, goes inside, places the bouquet, and then come out. For now, what we have also been given to understand is that no explosive or suspicious item have been found so far inside the premises. So a little sigh of relief when it comes to the urgency that created, the kind of chaos that created. So far there has not been any suspected or explosive item that has been found from inside the premises. What we've been given to understand is that now the police is also looking at a Tata Sierra Uttar Pradesh number plate with a 26A series. So again, it also almost brings it to a very precise number when we are looking at identifying the particular car. Again, initial remarks coming in.
But you're saying that the CRPF, this is what we are picking up, that CRPF was deployed at the gate. Shivam, stay on with us. We have some breaking inputs coming in. This is the inside scoop that we're getting on the Delhi Assembly security breach. Exclusive details coming in, accessed by Times Now. The sequence of events of what transpired. We're decoding that on Times Now. The latest and the most important, no explosive or suspicious object found. The manhunt for the SUV with a UP registration number is underway. Suspect rammed vehicle through the gate, and the suspect stopped the car to place a bouquet. After placing the bouquet, the suspect fled. CRPF personnel deployed at VIP gate. So this is the sequence of events that we have managed to access. Let's go across to my colleague Priyank for more on it. Yes, Priyank.
Yes, Swati, what senior officials are telling us that it was basically a UP26 registration number vehicle. It was a wide SUV similar to looking at Tata Sierra. And now the massive manhunt has been lodged in the neighboring districts of Delhi also, because this area of civil lines is slightly near to the main highways which connect not only Delhi but also towards the Loni side. Since the vehicle was having 26 registration number, which means that the vehicle was of Uttar Pradesh. That's why the Delhi police official are right now looking into the sequence of incident. What we have been told that this particular incident happened near about the gate number 2, and from where the vehicle entered, and later to that it reached to the main porch, and if it broke the main barrier. Now the questions are being raised that how is it possible that it reached to the porch area where all these dignitaries do get down. The assembly session was not running, so obviously it has been quite clear that the kind of damage or the kind of destruction the vehicle person could have done did not happen. But at this particular moment, since the vehicle is of the UP registration, the Delhi police has also gone through with the BDS team, look for that particular bouquet which was kept near the office of Delhi Speaker. The BDS team has checked it thoroughly. There is no explosive which has been found from this particular bouquet which was carried by this suspect. But the big question is that how is it possible that he managed to leave from the assembly premises without being checked by the security personnel? Because there are two layers of security which is certainly there at the Delhi Assembly. One, the outer periphery is being tackled by the CRPF. That along with that, you have the Delhi police team which is there 24/7 to secure this particular premises. If at all they also miss, then what about the other judicial area police official who could not stop this? There are multiple routes where the police teams have been looking for this suspected vehicle, but the manner in which he has managed to breach the security of the Delhi Assembly is certainly an alarming situation as per this moment. That's why the senior officials are yet to give an official reply into the matter, because they have already faced the brunt. Because Swati, this is the same district where the Delhi Chief Minister was assaulted. This is the same district where the same set of officials, the DCP and the senior officials were there. It was the Delhi Police Commissioner at that particular moment, SBK Singh, who was shifted back. He was holding the additional charges of the Delhi Police Commissioner, and then his charges were given to Mr. Satish Golcha, who is the present Chief Minister. So politically also, this is very important, because the manner in which the Aam Aadmi Party has been raising questions that the Delhi police have failed miserably to control this kind of situation, the untoward situation.
Yes.
Once again happening in the same high-profile district where the ministers, the Chief Minister,
yes,
the Delhi Assembly is also situated. In fact, the Lieutenant Governor, who's head of the Delhi Police, is also being there in the same vicinity. So, God forbid, the vehicle could have moved it towards the Governor's house or the CM's house. Then it could have been very difficult for
the potential of this sequence of events to take a turn for the worse is extremely high, especially given the fact that it was just in November last year that the national capital saw an attack, saw an explosion taking place right outside Red Fort. What is extremely concerning here is that not just this vehicle, which now we know Tata Sierra with the UP registration managed to barge through the security, it managed to flee as well. Priyank, get us up to speed with what exactly is now being done to try and trace this particular vehicle. Do we know anything more about how many people were inside this Tata Sierra?
There was one person, this is what we have been told, because the CCTV footage shows someone getting down from the white color SUV and then keeping the bouquet right outside this particular location. Whether there were more individuals or not, Priya, that is yet to be confirmed. But at this particular moment, what we can certainly say that the North District as well as the Trans-Yamuna District Police have been alerted, because if the vehicle left from civil lines and if it had to go through the Uttar Pradesh, and then they have to cross several districts. This is also raising quite serious question on the kind of security measure which should have been there, because what was the coordination in between district police? What was the coordination in between the staff of the Delhi police who were situated and who were placed at the Vidhan Sabha, whether the PCI message was given on time or not, because what we are getting to know that this particular incident happened around 2:05. So since 2:05, it's already 1.5 hours approximately, and if the vehicle is not traced and if the vehicle is still feeling roaming in the national capital region, then that is certainly raising a serious doubt about the mechanism which has been provided by the several district unit of the Delhi police. While coming back to your question, one suspect is seen getting down from the white color SUV and which looks like Tata Sierra, because further details are yet to be shared by the senior official, considering the fact that they have already failed previous time to secure the Delhi Chief Minister, and once again this kind of incident of breach of security that too with a vehicle has come up in the same jurisdiction. So I'm sure the Delhi police will have to give tough answers to this kind of security breach which is happening
big
time and again.
There that several layers of security forces that have now been put in dock need to answer. Vikram Singh sir, as former DGP of UP, help our viewers understand. Premises like the Delhi Assembly or the Parliament that is in the national capital do not have a single layered security. There are different departments of security personnel that are responsible for securing such a premises. So help us understand step by step how many layers of security would this particular car have gone through, who all are to be held responsible if somebody not only manages to break through the barricades, get inside, but also manages to flee after that.
Swati ji, first of all, let us understand that any security which is not fail-proof or foolproof is no security whatsoever. It is an elaborate arrangement and that is very well structured. And I would say that the security architecture is such that it is rehearsed till the extent that everything becomes a reflex action and multiple levels. Your reporter mentioned that the 2 tiers. I would say there are 4 tiers of security. And to have this kind of a disaster, you break open the door, break open the boom barriers, and also manage to escape, speaks volumes about the level of security and the cavalier manner in which the security was arranged. I'm sorry for my harsh words, but I am extremely sorry and aghast at the level of casual approach as far as this security is concerned. Now, the 4 security levels, the plain clothes, the outer cordon, the middle cordon, the inner cordon, was everybody asleep? I mean, you really have to try extremely hard to have this kind of a disaster happening. And the shame and the manner. Another thing that is caused a very grave concern is the manner that the Tata Sierra managed to get away also. It was bad enough that he managed to gain entry, and it is worse still that he managed to get away also. I mean, I would have expected that there should be some real-time communication between all the gates and what is happening, the CCTV footages. Therefore, the first breach should have alerted the staff and he should have been obstructed. But obviously, everybody was taking things very lightly, and you had something like this absolutely inexplicable happening. Well, a cause of concern and a question mark on the security apparatus at the Vidhan Sabha, Delhi.
Massive question mark there. But the other question that is also befuddling, Priyank, could be what could be on this particular person's mind? Assembly is not in session. So the chances of any MLAs or even the speaker for whom this bouquet was supposedly meant to be being on the premises are extremely bleak. Put all things together, and what would you think could be the modus operandi at play over here? Or is it just because if somebody were to just come with a bouquet and offer it to the speaker, why would they barge through the door? Also at the same time, tell us how many gates are there? In fact, stay on with me, Priyank. My colleague Shivam has reached the Delhi Assembly. Shivam, tell us how many gates are there at the Delhi Assembly? Who mans gate number 2 in particular? We know that it is a VIP gate. So common sense dictates that security at this particular gate would be much higher than any of the other gates.
Exactly, and this is just next to the metro station as well. I would urge my camera person to show right now. This is the current situation. This is that particular gate number 2, which is in contention. You can see the beam bar, which is also, currently being broken down right now. You can also see the gate, which is also, almost twisted. The right gate, which is open. If you look at very closely, the right gate, if I would urge my camera person to zoom in, it looks a little twisted. You can see heavy security deployment here. The forensic team, the FSL team is currently also on the spot. They are, getting, just basically tracing the tire marks. They are are also currently, checking where the entire thing happened, what was the direction. And inside the premises as well, if I would also make a to show, you will see heavy security deployment at this particular place. You can see the high rank officials are also inside the spot, are also at the spot inside the premises as of now. You will see the CRPF, you will see the Delhi police senior officials, even an ambulance is also currently, stationed inside. This is the gate number 2, the VIP gate of the Vidhan Sabha of the national capital. Currently, again, as I rightly mentioned, there are multiple gates. This is the gate which is used for the VIP entrance. One is on the left side, which is, just opposite to the DIP office, from where the usual business of works happens for journalists, for common people. That is the gate. And even when we are entering into any premises of Delhi Assembly from any gate, again, as you rightly mentioned, there are multiple layers of security, from, the entire body checkup to checking up the equipments to your car are being asked to be stationed outside if you have a proper pass. The pass will be checked properly. It should be either sticking on the board or you should have it with you. Then you are allowed to go inside, and even inside as well there is another layer of security that happens usually, but as what we've been given to understand from here as well, the car, the SUV, white SUV which the police is currently looking, barged from this particular gate inside the premises, broke down this beam, which is you can currently see the beam which is normally used to stop the vehicles. This is also currently twisted. They are on the almost on the 180-degree opposite side. They have also been slanted. The steel gate is also almost slanted. The steel gate is quite a heavy one. This is also it has been slanted because of the impact. So it will give you the idea of the kind of impact is what the kind of speed the car must be in. And just opposite to it, if I would give my viewers a context, just opposite to it is the crossing as well. So you need to have a proper understanding. This is just the crossing on the opposite side that happens. So you need to have a proper understanding of this entire area from where to take the U-turn, because normally this is a place, as you can see right now as well, normally packed with the vehicles because of this U-turn, because of this cut in the middle. So this gives you a context of how the people who were involved in this entire case were aware about each and every point. This is the gate, as we are showing our viewers. This is the exact gate from where the cars barge into, and you will currently see heavy security deployment. The entire area has been barricaded. The tire marks are currently being marked. I would also permission to show there's a chalk. They have written something on the floor as well, which will show you the tire mark from where it must have skid. There must have been some tire marks which have been made. So this is the current situation at the Delhi Assembly.
So
where
very,
the
very important points being mentioned by Shivam over there, that it is not like anybody could suddenly come in and get inside the assembly premises. In all likelihood, if this was a planned operation, a recce would have been conducted. Those are the images that would have been possibly caught on CCTV cameras. Now that we know the make of vehicle, if similar vehicle was used earlier as well when they were conducting reconnaissance missions, if there were any conducted, to understand the layout of this particular area so that they can manage to go in. All those aspects will now be investigated. CCTVs will be scanned. Shivam, also take us around the area. How many CCTVs are there installed? Because this would be a high security area. How many policemen, CRPF personnel, etc. are normally deployed? And just to give us a sense of how significant this is, as of now looks like an abject failure. How big a failure this is as well?
So, as you already mentioned about CCTV, we are not even in the entrance. We are 50 meters away from the entrance, but on the left side, there is a CCTV camera on both direction. One covering this particular gate, other on the opposite direction, covering this entire route from where normally the direction of the vehicle is. So one CCTV camera you can still see outside as well. On the right side, there is a metro station gate exit as well. So it is on here normally the auto rickshaws, the pullers are also standing here normally, taking all those students who live near Mukherjee Nagar from here. So it gives you an idea of how sensitive this entire area is. Normally it is barricaded. The gates remain closed if it is not assembly. If there is no VIP movement, then this gate normally remains closed. But again, as you have seen, the CCTV camera is just outside. Inside, just on the opposite building, there are multiple CCTV cameras covering different angle as well. Also, there are certain CCTV cameras, but I urge my person to come on the back side. On this particular patch of road, there is just a signal, a main traffic signal on the right side. I would, on that particular side, I would urge my camera person to show. The CCTV cameras, the lights, they also capture the movement of the vehicle from that side as well. So this particular area tracks the movement of vehicle from both the sides through the entrance and exit as well. So it shows you just, I will see, you can zoom in right now. The CCTV camera is monitoring the route from this particular route.
These are the eyes that will now, after thorough investigation, help establish the sequence of events. But fortunately, this time around, there hasn't been anything untoward that has happened. Forensic experts have already scanned the particular bouquet that was placed inside. Nothing suspicious, nothing explosive has been found. But the fact that the vehicle managed to barge inside and then escape as well in itself is explosive enough. My colleague Priyank is now joining us with more details of that Tata Sierra that we know had a UP registration. Priyank, I believe you have further details of who the vehicle belongs to.
Interestingly, so Priya, this particular registration number vehicle, which is in the name of Kamaljeet Singh, although we were not showing the exact cell phone number of this particular individual, but this shows that Tehsil Puranpur, PO Kajari, and this is in Singulpur area of Pilibhit. This is what the vehicle registration is showing. And what is very interesting that this particular individual had a VVIP number, because these are the district bridges there with a VVIP number. The vehicle is registered in the name of one Sarjeet Singh, and he's the son of Kulwant Singh. And Sarjeet and Kulwant are also suspected to be from Pilibhit, where the coordinated effort will be done. But if at all the vehicle is actually on its way to Pilibhit, it will be tracked on the highway also, because now the authorities have finally, fortunately, become alert. But the big question is that how is it possible that a vehicle barge in? If you look at the visual, what Shivam was also showing, the right-hand side gate of gate number 2 can also be seen broken. It's quite tilted towards, and then the boom barrier, because the boom barriers are actually a flexible one, it went towards the other side and it again came back. So the boom barrier can be seen very much situated there. But the big question, this is what we were talking just a short while back, that how is it possible that this particular vehicle, which is in the name of Sarjeet, which is a Pilibhit registration vehicle, finally managed to leave from the high security zone. Let me tell you to our viewers that the gate number 2 is meant for the VVIPs. It is meant for the Speaker of the House. The MLAs generally don't enter from this particular gate, and none of those visitors to the Delhi Assembly, in fact, media people also don't enter from the gate number 2. So that is a designated gate for the VVIP. Whether the suspect was actually aware about the fact that he's entering from the VVIP gate or not, that's a matter of investigation, and that can only happen when the suspect is apprehended or he's being caught by the official. But starting from 1405 hours, when this incident had happened, Priya, there's no trace about the person. The vehicle, registration owner's phone number is switched off. The vehicle is untraceable, and you have a situation where there's a major security scare, where the massive manhunt has been lodged by the Delhi police team to look for the suspect. No official version so far from the Delhi police side. It's been almost 2 hours, but no official version from the Delhi police is once again showing that they have again gone on back foot, because this incident has happened barely 2 kilometers away from the same location where the Delhi Chief Minister Rekha Gupta was assaulted by someone who came in the garb of meeting the CM, and what he did after that has been mentioned by the Delhi police in the charge sheet. And now a few months after that, you have this kind of situation where a man managed to barge inside this particular zone, which is a VVIP zone. And not only forgetting about that, Priya, this is the same district where the ID exploded right outside the Red Fort. So the kind of security measures which has been claimed by the police official time and again, and they keep on thumping their chest that they have been able to secure Delhi, is falling flat so far, where the officials have not been able to neither stop the vehicle, neither they have any clue where the vehicle is, where the owner of the vehicle was the one who was driving the vehicle, where he was on wheel, where there were 4 more individuals on the wheel. Nothing is there on concrete by the Delhi police. Is looking very,
shocking beyond comprehension. This scenario extremely worrisome there, Shivam. What should have happened, if you could just take our viewers through, if there is something like this that happens, even if at first level there is a security breach that manages to take place, what should have these officers done to at least ensure that the vehicle, even if it has come at a great speed, has managed to somehow blindside these officials posted at a VVIP gate, like Priyank just told us, not even MLAs were allowed to enter. So one can imagine the extra level of security that should have been there or would have been there. We do not know whether they were there today, since the assembly is not in session right now. If you could just tell our viewers, let's say a breach like this happens at the first level, what further failures have happened today that should not have happened?
So, Preeti, first of all, be the communication, all the security officials who are currently present here, be it on the gate or on different gates, are connected through wireless communication method. So, the moment this particular car entered from this particular gate, barged into this particular gate, the noise have been so loud that everybody would have been, made aware of it. Second, if this particular gate was, barged, what were the security officials on the other gates were doing? And not just the security officials are present on the gates. There is constant patrolling on foot of security officials that happens almost everywhere. Outside the speaker's office as well, outside the speaker's room as well, there are certain security officers who are standing as well. And there is a roundabout inside. Therefore, I am my kind of person to zoom and show near the flags. There is a roundabout inside. That is basically the central point of this entire premises. So the seriousness of the situation comes from the point that this gate is the closest to the center of this entire premises, and near that is the speaker's room as well. So if the car is actually exactly at the center of this particular entire premises, why it was not being, encircled by all the places? What was the communication at first doing it? And again, the entire point that the car fled, from which gate it fled, and why there was no security, why there was no efforts to be made to stop the car. There are various rescue operations that happen. There are various drills that go on. Recently, we have seen there were certain drills that were happening different parts of the national capital in terms of emergency services, how the police will behave, how the security officials will behave. But in reality, when an emergency situation actually arise, the car managed to flee from a high security area. As Priyank was rightly mentioned, this is not even open for the MLAs as well. So very, very important person. VVIPs are someone who are only allowed through this gate. And there's not just there is one security official standing there. There's multiple level barricading here as well.
Yes.
2-3 officers standing outside. Then there are 3-4 officials standing inside as well. So all of them, if the car barged into, why was not any communication? Why was not the emergency protocols were enforced at the exact moment is something that the police need to answer. And as rightly mentioned, more than 2 hours, but no official version.
Just 5 months since that explosion took place at Red Fort, and one can't help but draw comparisons with the Parliament attack, when a vehicle full of an ambassador, full of attackers, had managed to breach Parliament's security. Have we not learned any lessons? We'll keep tracking all the developments, taking a quick breather right now. Thank you, Priyank and Shiva.